Hello, team. Oh, you know what? Shit, I was gonna try and figure this out. I didn't. I didn't figure that out. Um, so there was maybe a side option that I was gonna like do my Inktober entry on stream, but I never looked into how I could get like my phone doing video and stuff. Uh, in lieu of that, this is the Inktober chat and WIP accountability day. Which is to say, I go into my WIP folder and finish some stuff. Some of them are higher profile than others, I'll be honest. There was the redraw stream, which I think was the last art stream of last month. Didn't finish it on stream. I was like, oh, this needs some finishing touches. I'll do it later. Never did it. Never finished it later. So now is later, as they say. Okay. Well, let me open that up. So I think that'll be option number one. Oh, I have those I can work on. I have that I can work on. I got lots of whips. I got whips out the wazoo. Let's see. That's finished. This is the one. This was a redraw. I don't know if I still have the reference for this. I mean, I probably do. Probably. And I suppose it makes sense to put that on this screen. What was that? September? It was! I mean, of course it was September, but it was in fact the last stream of September. Okay, this is the old art. Again, that was March 10th, 2018? Crazy. Crazy stuff. Hey Retro Kid, how you doing? Oh, you know, I should have put a reference in somewhere about how we were at 200 subs. Am I still at 200 subs? I mean, probably. Yeah, 202. Made it over 200. It had like 0 growth this month so far because I stopped posting shorts. I'd had it in my head that I was gonna film all of my Inktober entries and post those as shorts, but it's not unworkable. It's just difficult. So it's just difficult. Maybe I'll do another one. It's a shame we're almost already halfway done. I haven't worked on my drawing today. Prompt is castle. I still need to figure out what to do with that. You're good? Well, that's good. Did you do anything fun this week? Or, what have you? Okay. So where was I with this? I needed to do some color correction, but I think more importantly, I wanted to tweak some stuff. The reason I think I didn't finish this on stream because I was like, there's probably a lot more things I want to do. Because I don't really like the face. I don't like the hair. I don't like the whole idea behind what we've done here. So maybe I'll just like, we'll strip it down and try and correct some things. This, of course, will cause havoc amongst the other layers, and we'll have to fix those one by one as well. But we got time. A little bit, anyway. Can you tell me about your new OC? Yeah, go for it, man. I think an important fact was that one of the eyes was covered up. I guess we still need to do that. So, like, this line here. Oh, yikes. Isn't a bad line per se. I think it's what came after. If we shut the sketch off, what am I seeing? First off, that's just not how this should look, I think, because we wouldn't see the top of the hairline from this angle. Goodness, amateur. It's amateur hour here. On DA, our live chat on YouTube. Oh, you can expound as much as you would like here on the chat. Hello, happy Saturday. How are you doing, Ihara? I was almost diverted. Which is to say, something I kind of would like to be doing right now is watching the Age of Empires 2 collab that Hollow EN and ID started doing randomly. I'm not sure when they decided they were going to do that, but like, goodness. I could do with some of that. So I've got that up in another tab. It is waiting for me. Huh. Huh. There was also an eclipse today, apparently. Not bad. How about yourself? Yeah, that's what I'm like. That was such a funny stream. I haven't watched it yet. I know that Team Fauna, Fanya, if you will, ended up winning, but I'm not sure how. OC is Oksana. She is sturdy and Russian. I probably could have guessed, but yeah. Fur coat and Ushanka and black high heels. What's an Ushanka? I think I've heard that word before. I don't know what it means. Oh god, I don't know how things work, and I wish that I did. Anyway, there was an eclipse today in the United States. It was an annular eclipse, I believe is what it was called. I didn't know it was happening until after it happened. Oh, it's like the hat with the... Yeah, got it. That's cool. I don't know what an annular eclipse is, but what I did remember this morning, because I was doing some cleanup. Not cleanup, I was volunteering at a park, um, pulling some weeds and stuff. Okay, I think this is the right idea. I think we have the right idea here. Yes. Yes, I think this is the right concept. I was driving to the park this morning, and I was like, it looks weirdly dark for it being a sunny day. Like, I feel like it should be brighter with the sun out. And as it happened, I had observed the same thing during the, there was a total solar eclipse that went across the United States back in 2017. I don't know if you guys remember, but it was kind of a big deal because it was in an area where a lot of people could see it. It went right through, like, Oregon, I think. And I didn't go and see it, like, in Oregon, so I didn't see the full effect. Like, you know, that would have been cool, but also seems like it would have, you know, been very time-consuming, busy sort of thing, you know, excuses not to go see a once-in-a-lifetime, you know, astrological phenomenon. Anyway, from where I wasn't that far away from it because I'm in Washington. Um, Looking at the sun or just being outside while the solar eclipse was happening, it had that same effect where it was like everything was just like darker. It was weird. It was bright outside, but it was dim. The fire was fading, if you will. Really weird effect, but that was happening, I think, this morning, and I was like, is there like an eclipse happening or something? Like, I feel like I would have known about that if that were the case. And it turns out there was, in fact, an eclipse happening. Now, I don't know for sure if that's that lined up exactly with when the eclipse was happening in Washington, but, like, gotta be, right? It's a weird coincidence for me to be like, it looks like there's an eclipse happening randomly, and it not be when an eclipse is happening. When an eclipse, in fact, was happening that day. Feels like a weird coincidence. Anyway, I think this hairstyle works better. I think this looks better. In fact, this is still too much floofy. Now we're professionals. Hell yeah. Okay. Soviet fur cap. Yeah, I saw that. Not understanding how things are. Yeah, that's a mood. Yeah, so how are you doing today, IRL? I saw that you were posting some more drawings and stuff. So that's good. That probably means things are pretty okay. Or at least when you're posting stuff that has been rendered. Lots of forehead. More forehead than you think you need. It's actually making the face look better by comparison, I think. But, like, this is still wrong. And I might want to move the eye around. And since it's just one eye, I don't need to balance it with another one, so like it's free real estate in a very real sense. The fuck? Guess I should use the mirror tool. This is where it, fucking hell. This is where it was. Which seems a little bit crazy. I suppose it was bigger. Maybe just in the same place but smaller. And shifted a little bit. So, you know, not in the same place. Can I show you art from someone? Yeah, what is it? I'm still busy, but less lost. How to proceed, which means I can take it easy. That's cool. RetroKit's gonna go listen to music. Cool. See you later. Okay, I feel like this looks better, but I don't know for sure. But we're gonna just go with it. It'll be on DA, the art. Okay, cool. The mouth is so fucking hard on these up angle shots for me. I mean, everything's difficult, but this for some reason is like profoundly so. Art is not for YouTube, just for you to see. Gotcha. Okay. If I'm honest, I feel like I want to redraw the eye. To some extent. Weird hook shape going on. Let's try and do a quick sanity check here. That makes sense, right? That's roughly what we're talking about. If so, I feel like the eye goes here. The other one would be back here. I feel like that makes sense, but looks wrong, so it's probably wrong. Maybe it's this. Just a little bit further in. Man, art is so cool. Right, because the side of the cranium's got to be here somewhere. Can't hardly just not be there. That wouldn't be fair to the cranium. Might be missing an ear. The ear might be a little bit too far away. Okay. Yeah, this isn't round. It should be round. This should be more of an oval. Okay, so now, the scary part, how does this compare to what we got? It's not bad. The only weird thing is the ear placement, I think. I mean, if even, right? Because, like, when you tilt the head up, the eyes go up, but, like, the back of the head goes down, right? So, maybe the ear is in the right place. Mathematics. My sketch says that the eye should actually be wider out. Does that square with how I want to do things? Yeah, it looks weird. Let's just make it bigger. We do that and we don't have to deal with these problems. Just make it bigger. Let's make it bigger and it's probably close enough wherever it is. And then the ear, I feel like, should come in a little bit. Maybe tilt a tiny bit. Okay. Okay. I think we are ready to proceed. We've done what we can. Structurally speaking. Just to be higher up? Maybe. Maybe. If it's wrong, right? And we live with it for the rest of our lives. Actually, that cut in, I think, might have... had some merit to it? Oh my god. Did I just save the whole thing? Possibly? I don't know, I'm not too disappointed with it right now, so we'll see how it pans out eventually. I need less of that. Also, should the head be just bigger? Is a good question. These are times where we should answer all of these questions. Not the neck, just the head. The neck is already plenty thick. Okay. It's probably a fine change. Not overwhelmingly in favor of either direction. I don't think I've overdone it anyway. Okay, there's going to be a lot of reworking to do. Also, this final iteration is going to be quite a bit messier in the facial area. So it's not going to look quite as pristine as the WIP made it look like it was going to be. But that's fine. That's just my new style. I think we can get rid of a few lines here. In fact, yeah. Just get rid of that entirely, and it's just like this. Hey. All of a sudden, maybe this doesn't suck. Not all of a sudden, it actually took a lot of work. It took a lot of work to have this not suck quite as bad. Right, so that's what it was. This is what it is now. So I've rotated the head a bit. The sketch wasn't too bad, I think. Didn't really have the same energy as the original, though. Probably erase this. I was gonna ask if it was a redraw, but now I remember this is the one you started a while back. Yeah, this was, I think, a month ago. No, it was actually less than a month. It was a couple weeks ago. And now we're not exactly at square one with this. It's just, it will take some corrections now. Because observe the difference in the facial structure is crazy. But at least we already have our colors picked out. So we're gonna go with the marker, I think. What the fuck? There we go. And we'll just go wild. Just go absolutely nuts. Get this correction done. Then we'll do post-processing. And it'll be like it never even happened. Like this entire drawing process never even happened. So that is what we strive for. That's what we strive to get people to believe as artists, is that we did nothing. Nothing even happened. Art just happened. No, it's flatted. That's great. Do we want to have any more lines here to suggest that stuff's happening? Like just the bridge of the nose, I think. Okay, I think this might actually work. Multiply. Oh, good gravy. Yeah, this is gonna suck. I was doing all the cool tricks too, wasn't I? So we're gonna have to basically re-render the hair and face entirely, which is, there are worse fates than that, certainly. Like the neck is almost fine. I think I just trimmed it a little bit. Where is my color? I want it to be the same one. I think it's this. Okay. And what was I doing? I was using the brush. That's definitely... Just select the hair if we can. Fuck. I think it'll also give me an opportunity to take another stab at rendering this, because I don't think I liked how I rendered it before. So that's cool, that's a silver lining. Okay. Oh, I think how I want to do this. Okay, more advanced techniques. I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna airbrush on the top. Like so. Yeah, that's almost like, you know, we did something on purpose. Goodness. Literally got to clear the whole slate. Let's deselect. There we go. Time lapse on this one's going to be interesting. I don't think I want so much of that over here. Maybe a little bit, not that much. Ugh. Hard light. If you squint, that almost doesn't look terrible, but obviously it looks terrible. So let's get rid of all that. Okay, so I think this is probably what we were using. We can try sticking with the brush, see what we can do. What we want to do definitely is give the illusion the head is indeed round. I know, crazy, just hang in there. That is definitely not what I was doing before. So now what we do is we try and blend that, at least the bottom it, back into the soup. Interesting. All right? Interesting is the word. We can also come up here and actually use the pencil for this. Let's have like a secondary line. With this, there won't be quite as much blurring, I don't think. Maybe a little bit. Alright. Cool. Overlay. Jesus fucking Christ, what's even happening here? I have to find all the overlay colors that I used. This, of course, is not the subsurface scattering overlay. This is just my bounce light stuff. Gotta love it. You have to. You're obligated to. Actually, what we're gonna do is erase all of this so we can reinvent the wheel. But we're gonna select just the shadows, so we can get some very clean bounce lights. Is that the same color I was using? I don't think it is. It's probably a brighter shade. Lower in value, you know. Ugh. God, this should be very simple. Having troubles. Okay, now this looks ridiculous. The fuck? Okay, that looks okay. It looks fine. So now let's get in here. I said let's get in here. Hit up the bottom, the fringe right there. The fuck happened? Oh, okay. Just wasn't loading in. Thought I'd erase something that I shouldn't have. This is a nice redraw. Why, thank you. It's a redraw of a redraw. What else did I do with this? I did some orange, technically. I lit up some of the hair. Looks a little garish. Just want to mix in a little bit of flavor, a little bit of orange flavor. Maybe blur it rather than just erase. You got some orange. We can also get some orange up here. Let's see how that suits us. Yeah, I think there was a lot of stuff holding this redraw back. You know, a couple weeks ago when I started it, mainly having to do with this head. And I think having fixed those issues, hopefully, it's gonna look a lot better. God in heaven. Not like that. Deselect. Oh my god. So this now is a subsurface scattering layer that we also piggyback for some just like mid-tone stuff. I don't know what the fuck it is. Right here, where we hit it up. Because it's supposed to be not just blonde, it's supposed to be somewhat orangish hair, I think. So we're just helping it along. It was far too large a brush for that job. Color dodge layer. Okay. I was really just giving it an outline and making the highlights stand out, which shouldn't be too hard. Give me another chance to make this hair shine in a very real sense. And we'll use the hard airbrush for this. So I don't got time for any other solution, any other subpar solution here. Okay. I just want to hit the edge of my highlight. You can also do stuff on the face. Nope. Doesn't look good either. Okay, now let's try and get in and blend that in a little bit. Not sure what needs to go in the middle here. Something clearly does. I just need to add stuff. Makes the shine stand up, I don't like that. The fuck? Oh, that's clearly wrong. This overlay. I didn't touch that middle section. I could, yeah, that's weird. What if I brightened it? That might kind of be the right idea. Unclear. Thumbnail view looks good, but like zoom in, it looks fucking weird. Also work on the face, I guess. We should sculpt the face. I have lots of forehead, so we should make sure the forehead gets adequate lighting. Doing a little bit of blending here, so as not to upset the gods. Oh, hey, we could, go the extra mile here. Think we deserve ourselves a forehead shine. Can we get the nose in there, though? I'd love to be able to say yes, but I'm not sure we can. Maybe we'll just do a soft airbrush highlight. I think that works. It might actually be good, even. Let's not get too crazy with the lips here. I've already gotten pretty crazy with them. So, I think the less I touch them at this point, the better. Okay. I am haunted by the shape of the old face. That's actually the last layer. Is that color dodge. So, for this overlay, let's start doing some crazy stuff. Get the eyes. Right? Hard light. Let's grab a teal color. I love me a teal color. Teal might be my favorite color. I've waffled, but teal's pretty good. Yeah. Smack a multiply layer on here, and let's go. Let's go. I like that color. Sort of like she got punched in the face. So let's try again. Yuck. Why is this so difficult? I guess that highlight isn't doing us any favors. It's kind of shoddy. Okay, fine. Um, can try and spruce up some of the appendages. As well. What the fuck's going on out there? It's overlay, okay. Betcha that's hard light? It is. Okay, let's do some color correction. I've decided I'm fine with whatever remains. I guess I could work in the sketch. Please. Let us select. Let us mask. And I'll use the airbrush. I think the airbrush gets the best results. The undersketch already looks pretty cool for this, so I don't want to spoil it too much. Because this was actually a cleaned up sketch, it wasn't the actual rough. So I can even crank it up and it still doesn't like... It's not too visible. Adds a little bit though. As for the actual rough sketch, we can do the same thing. This one, for that matter, is also pretty remarkably clean. Maybe that's because I was going to do an over sketch. If that's a word, I don't know. I like having lines visible maybe in the shadows. Not so much the highlights. Okay, so now we'll do correction time. The that was an important step we were gonna do eventually, but now it is time. Let's go. Alright, I forgot that's gonna have to be Can I merge those layers with no consequence? So I'd like to do that, I think. Looks fine. Okay. So let's start with the skin. I think that'll be the most bang for our buck. Why isn't it? Why is it not working? Huh? Why is that? Oh, since I merged, it wasn't the correction layer anymore, or the reference layer anymore. Interesting. That is grabbing the hair. Hey, we don't need any tolerance on this. I think we flatted it correctly this time. So let's try that again. Boom. Look at that. So what I normally do is shift this way, saturation, luminosity up. Yikes. That's kind of cute though. Okay, that works. Let's do the hair, which was also flatted correctly. Go me. I think we want to drive it more orangish. We're looking a little bit more like the shirt. That looks kind of cute on the thumbnail view. Her hair kind of looks like candy. Like we're, I want to say Worth or original, but that's not what this is. This is a little bit different. Definitely should be on the brighter end, but I do like orange as an idea. I think I did the hair pretty good. Okay, I think I like that. The pants probably stand to be a little bit bluer. Yeah. What kind of blue, though? So many options. This is where we started, so... I think blue's supposed to be the main... I mean, it's an accent color, right? It's got to stand out a little bit. We can revisit that if need be. Okay. Now the orange. Well, let's do the green first, because like that I think is obviously too saturated. And we have an opportunity to drive it more in the teal direction, I think. Oh, God damn. I'm on the multiply layer. That makes a lot more sense. Hold on, why does it look exactly the same? What? Like I made changes, right? Okay. When I did it like this, it's like almost no change. I almost cut back to where I started. That's really interesting. Yeah, what the fuck happened? There I am. Wouldn't it be cool to be like super good at drawing eyes? To be like one of those people that have an eye tutorial that's like 16 slides long. I think one of my problems here actually is that jeez, what happened there? I feel like the pupil's too large by a fair bit. Let's get in there and try and fix it, which will involve trimming it on the two under sketches as well. I mean, if we need to, might be fine like that. The mega tutorials, yeah. I try to keep a pretty simple style so I don't feel disappointed in myself. Okay. I was doing color correction. That's right. I'm probably going to want to color correct that overlay layer. Okay. The orange. Uh-huh. It's probably fine. And you know, why stop there? Let's grab the entire multiply layer and do some color correction there. I think this should really just be a hue shift, if anything. I think this is shifting it from purple to red. And how do we feel about that? Wait, why did nothing happen? I think it makes it look livelier. Sue me, you know? This. Which overlay is this? Is it this? It's this one. Okay. Oh, interesting. Whatever. Okay, let's do the hard light layer. Crazy. Oh my god. What the hell is happening to the eye when you do this? Like, that's a color dodge, I think. Why is it that that window right there causes it to shift so violently? That's so fucking weird. Same thing there. I'm just shifting the lighting yellower? Is that what's happening? That looks fine. Okay. We want this at 100. I don't see a reason not to. I think I was pretty subtle with it. All good. Gonna do some correction layers. So contrast. So it doesn't look all grayed out. So that it looks presentable, you know? I'm not sure I need a saturation layer, but you know, could be wrong. I think, you know, the colors are pretty good-ish when you can crank the saturation. And it doesn't look awful until you get to a certain point. Do I want to duplicate the line art layer is a good question. This is pretty subtle. I think it helps a lot in the face area, though. Okay. Folder time. Hello, can someone fill me in? Well, Marvel, I am redrawing something that I drew back in 2018. March 2018. Actually, I started on this on the redraw a couple of weeks ago. And then I got it to a point where I was like basically finished with it. And I said I would finish it later. And today is later. And I made a lot of changes. So that's how the creative process works sometimes. And we're just about done with it. So I'm gonna dump all of these layers into that folder. We're gonna duplicate that and merge. What did I just do? I want to do that. Okay, now we're going to do level corrections. This a lighten layer. Alright, I think I'm happy with that amount of color blurring. Do I want even less? That'll do. Okay, and then we'll make an overlay layer. Looks nice. Alright, this one's done. Go team. Ugh. Only took me 2 hours to do the finishing touches. So again, quick side by side. After, before. Oh, my arm. Same pose, different angle, different year. Let's go ahead and save. And export. What was this thing's name? I'm gonna have to figure that out. On a quest. "95 deviations in my art traits and requests folder." I guess I've done a lot of those things, huh? Rachel is the name of this character. These people are getting free redraws. I wonder if this person even exists anymore in any real capacity on DA. Oh, they still got their Minecraft OCs. I wonder if oh my god, they still have Rachel as an OC. Looks like Rachel's got overalls, but still got the striped shirt. Oh my god. Rachel 2020 redesign. 2020 Rachel's got something like a side pony going on, or at least the emo hair is going much further down. And is wearing, looks like, suspenders and or overalls, but I'm going off of the pre-2020 information. Let me bring this up on the screen so that we can see what we're working with here. I think I definitely have a couple, or at least one, yeah, a couple major design deviations, but like, deviations, get it? From this design, this was the reference that I was working off of, I think, for the original drawing. Yeah. So as you can see, definitely with the emo hair. But I opted not to draw shoes, probably because I couldn't draw them. Because I'm not good at drawing shoes now, but I was even worse then, if you can imagine. And I felt like I could probably draw feet better than shoes, and I probably was right. Yeah. Now this. It has evolved. Maybe I should have gone back to the original. I mean, okay, so the goal here wasn't for me to draw this OC again. It was to redraw what I drew, right? So that there are differences between my current version and the original isn't a huge concern to me. You shoes? Yeah, say that again, man. Yeah. Because the limitation I had, I think, when I drew this, the one on the right here, when I drew that in March, was that I had a set of colored pencils. A pretty abysmally limited set. So I made do, you know, when I needed blonde hair, I'm like, I guess I'm using the same color. Guess I'm using the orange, just drawing it on lighter. That's how I did things. I think I even used probably the same, or that I think is probably a different color for the belt, but you know, it kind of all blended together. Goodness, those jean shorts. But yeah. I think this one's an upgrade. I think this one's a fabulous rendering of Rachel, the OC. So I'm probably going to tag this person again when I upload this on DeviantArt and be like, hey, guess what? You get another one. I think that's what I did with Elizabeth redrawing, but that person I think probably stopped using DeviantArt years ago. This is a fun little walk through memory lane. Might be an interesting situation where I just post old requests from years and years ago and just be like, hey, finally got your request. At least I was pretty faithful, I think, to my original drawing. And not so much... The hair's different, but I think the hair's better this time around. Like, way, way better. This is a cool character. I might even use, depending on how I feel about it tomorrow, this head as a new avatar, because I think it's pretty nice. We got some cool artifacts there because there's probably some errors in the flat. Some holes in the flat. So there's some chromatic aberration now in random spots on the chin. That's cool. And also out here because there's junk. Space junk. Okay. Let's export a time lapse. Time lapse is gonna be super interesting. It's gonna be like crappy drawing, crappy drawing, crappy drawing, good drawing somehow. Man, I'm glad that we rescued this. Big oops. Flip time lapses. Well, alright. That one's done. You can probably stop looking at that. This is the thumbnail. I don't need that anymore. Do we have time to do something else, maybe? It's only been a couple hours. What do I have on hand? There's that. There's this. That looks interesting. Not sure that's close enough to finishing, though. I have a working on folder now in my to revisit section of my file directory. I should finish that one. Not on stream, though. I can't. It's forbidden. That one I could do. That one I could do. There's a couple on there I guess I could do. What is this? What even is this? This was a stream, apparently. Hold on one sec. I need to check what this thing is. It's okay to show on the stream, so I'll go to BRB very quickly. This was a sketch. Oh, this was a lot of sketches. Right, this was me just sketching some stuff. I think with some references. This one was not. This was just off the dome, I think. And it probably ought to be fine. Let me just erase a couple of suspicious things. Okay. That ought to be safe. It's probably safe anyway. I'm just gonna start doing some line art on top of this. See how it works. Let's use a pencil. These bows? Oh, they are now, I guess. Oh, yuck. Also, good news, I'm not falling ill. I think. Suspicious, eh? Just probably a little bit extra detail in certain places, you know. When you're doing those under sketches and it's just like boom, boom, boom. I want you in my room. Let's spend the night together from now until forever. What an actual banger, though. What a monolithic track. I think I was just compiling a few different Pinterest references for this outfit. I don't even know what is this? I need to rediscover whatever this is. Or reinvent it. Let's just say it's something like this. An off the shoulder sweater thingy. I don't know, long sleeve. Sure hope this character wasn't meant to be doing anything, because I remember. I'm not picking up on it. Is she holding something? I guess she could be. I don't know. The magical world of going back and lining sketches where the intent wasn't clear. I feel like this should be longer. I'm gonna deviate. I think it should go down to like here. Look out, she's got a knife. Test, test. Oh, that must be Dika. How you doing? We're, it's WIP day. Doing WIPs. Now, it doesn't mean that we have to finish the WIPs, we just need to make progress on the WIPs. However, I did finish a WIP. Let me, we closed it. Let's bring it back. This was a WIP. And now it's not a WIP. Now it's done. Let's see. Where's my folder? A folder of things. I should have showed you the other one first, so it'd be like, wow. But this was a redraw of something I did in 2018. 928. There it is. This was the original. Oh my god. It was a request for somebody. PogChamp, that's great. This was the original, and then we redid it. Now it's this. Incredible. Unbelievable. And now I am just like making whatever progress I feel like on this random sketch that I had lying around. So that's fun. This was supposed to be. This knife is not as big as I thought it was. Oh no, the knife must be large. If it's not, how do we know? How do we know it's a knife? How do we know it's a problem? There we go. But progress that's been made. Oh yeah, I wanted to I'm not sure if any of that's actually like visible from here, but like I've got some edge differentiation. I'm trying. This is probably one of the better examples. We got some hard edges here. There should be more soft edges in there, but there's more than one type of edge per shape generally. I don't know. Now, if I'm putting the edges in the right places, well, that's a different story. I'm not. But some things have been learned, hopefully. You can really see the growth is good. Yes, thank you. Yeah. I'm applying my knowledge. And such. Wrong brush. Oh no, terrible. Can't mix brushes. What do I want to do here? Same sort of thing as on the other side, maybe? Like this, where we go like that. That needs a bump out. Okay. The mystery of leg warmers. And how it is we go about... Oh, that was bad. Solving that mystery. Gotta really study fabric someday. You do a great... Oh, bullshit. I'll do fabric great. It is a difficult subject. I don't know. This is, cotton. Pretty much everything's cotton, so there's not a lot of differentiation. The other thing that helps here, this is the noise. I added some noise. Are you talking about text or are you talking about folds? Either way, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. But I think I'm probably better at folds than I am at doing texture. Because texture's a lighting thing, and I don't know. I can't begin to understand the intricacies of lighting on different types of fabric. I think Ihara's done some studying in that department. I think you just posted a thing with different types of fabrics. I thought that looked pretty cool. Fabric is a pain to draw. Yeah, it's fucking wild, man. The folds, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I think the conventional thing is it's like, yeah, just look at things and how they fold. And I'm like, really? That's so depressing as an answer. So I haven't really done that. But that's probably correct. I don't know. I just sort of trial and error stuff. And like, if it looks okay, I'm like, yeah, that looked okay. Let's do that sort of thing again sometime. And over time, you get a lexicon of things. Fuck. This brush doesn't look so great by itself. But it's a choice that I made, so I'm sticking with it. Whoop. Let's see. Is there any Inktober stuff I can talk about? I can show off I never did like a this day in Inktober history sort of thing, which I was meaning to do. So maybe I can throw that together real quick. Ugh. I'm not shading. Oh god, I just got in my head this was like a pencil sketch, and I was like, gotta start shading the hair. It's not what it is. It's not where we're at. It's not what we are right now. Oh god. I think I like this face shape. I think it works. Does it work for me or against me, though? That is a very good question. Thanks for asking. Okay. I don't like that. For that matter, I don't like that either. What's going on with his hand? Yuck, everything is yucky. Bad. Okay. Yeah. Yuck. I'm surrounded by yuck. Kimochi warui. It's probably what she's thinking right now. I just had a really weird thought, and I think I need to share it. Let's see. I think I need to explain my thought process first. This is going to be a little bit of an odyssey. I got it in my head somehow right after drawing the pupils there that this sort of almost looks like a Norman Rockwell expression, you know? Like, little, I'm not familiar with, I can't rattle off Norman Rockwell paintings, but the concept of a Norman Rockwell where it's like you have the little boy who's like, I don't know, got his hand in the cookie jar or he's broken something and he's looking up dumbfounded like, I didn't fucking do this. This wasn't fucking me. You know, games up sort of thing. But like that's not the expression I'm trying to draw, right? This is some sort of uh vaguely yandere situation, or maybe she's just disgusted by us, and that's why the knife. And then I thought, wouldn't it be funny? Wouldn't it be really choice if there were some Norman Rockwell paintings? If Norman Rockwell did like yandere drawings. That okay, so that was the thought. Now we can dispel it. We don't have to think about it anymore. There you go. We'll keep going. But like, imagine just like, go look at Norman Rockwell drawing. Well, the thing is, if I wanted to expound on that, I would need to be able to draw like Norman Rockwell. I mean, this is the sort of thing people would use AI for, right? I would have to be like pretty good at realism and stuff, but like just look up a Norman Rockwell. What's one that I'm like familiar-ish with? It's a very distinct style, right? And just that, but you know, we've got, I don't know if it's an anime girl or if it's a more realistic style. Probably has to be more realistic, right? Yeah. Oh, this is literally... Okay, this is it. I think this is what I'm thinking of. So this is... The Discovery. It's a classic Norman Rockwell, 1956, I guess. Right? This is sort of what I think I was reminded by when I was drawing. Is the sort of shocked expression. The boy has found out his father is Santa Claus. What a wonderful story that has been told through the medium. It isn't really that realistic. It's surprisingly stylized. Yeah, that's what makes it distinct. Is it's like he draws in a way that's like anatomically and like, you know, stuff looks real, but it's clearly not, right? But, you know, imagine this, but instead of the boy being like, oh my god, right? We're being confronted now. We're being confronted about this discovery, and, you know, the boy's now an anime girl, and she has a knife, right? That's what the idea is. That's the tangent we're on. Okay. I hope Dika's not here. things have spiraled very quickly. Okay. All right. Okay. I think that's the image that flashed through my head while I was drawing this. And now all of you have to live with that as well. Mm-hmm. Bing doesn't want to draw me Norman Rockwell non-yandere girl. It's unsafe content. Apparently. The world isn't ready. It would seem. Gotta try it yourself, and yep. Okay. I think the line art for that is just about good. Definitely some good material here. Do we want to go so far as to finish drawing it, though? I don't think so. I do not think so, especially because I have more stuff to draw. So, I'm going to call it here. What a wonderful whip. Or actually, before we leave. Before that happens, let's do a very quick, this day in Inktober history. And maybe not this day because I haven't drawn today, but we'll do, let's do day 13. It's a spooky number. So I'm gonna look at day 13s from Inktober's past. Very exciting. That's day 13. Or, I'm sorry, day 12. Alright. Yesterday was 13th, right? So I'm looking at the 12th, unfortunately. Not the spooky number. We're not looking at the spooky number. Man, I did some crap. Is that number 12? Interesting. I think this is number 12, right? That's 11. Okay. Okay, let's get this organized. Where the fuck did it go? There it is. This was day 12, 2017. The prompt was shattered. I was going with a Cowboy Bebop thing. I also had a... I had an OC, an Inktober OC that I was carrying through the whole thing. So this was that character, who I haven't drawn since. Pretty generic character. But yeah, did some background stuff. Anatomy wasn't very good. Did have some, it was a multi-panel. And I had some, tried to do some reflective, interesting effects with the glass, but I think they just ended up looking like very flat Doritos. Clock tower in the back. Wonderful clouds. Oh, it's gorgeous how terrible this is, but it's good stuff. Anyway, 2018, Whale. I'm clearly a little bit better at drawing at this point. I'm also doing a multi-panel comic. I wouldn't really perfect that until later, but this is a reference. There's references baked into this one. Day 5 was chicken for Inktober 2018, and I did I drew something to that prompt, but I was like, am I really supposed to? Am I supposed to draw a chicken? I didn't really draw a chicken. I drew somebody in a chicken costume thing. I mean, where is it? Do I gotta explain the joke? I don't really need to, but may as well. It was, I think my best was one my I think it was my favorite one of the year for that Inktober, so that's why it's relevant. This was day 5 chicken, and it was like awesome. It was like the best thing I had drawn up to that point. It was so good, and it was funny because we have this chicken, and it's like, oh, okay, we have a chicken saleswoman trying to sell chicken, and this is what I did for chicken. But then whale comes around, and like, what the hell am I supposed to do? You want me to draw a whale? What do you want me to do, Jake Parker? So I had a mental breakdown, and I had my character have a mental breakdown too. Chicken can be interpreted in various ways, and if I can't capitalize on any of those, I'm sure I can just make a chicken cute somehow. That's what I ended up doing. It's 11:30 p.m., day 5. Day 12. Lord Jabu Jabu has fallen. Is what I did. Why are there so many fucking animals? Where are they coming from? Where is God now? And hey, I'm talking to you. Tell me I'm not a bad person. I don't even care if you're lying to me. Lord Jabu Jabu has fallen. So that was a very interesting day. Day 12, 2018. Whale. And then day 12, 2019 was dragon. Also a thing I wouldn't be able to draw. So instead I drew Kana from Dragon Maid. And I did a terrible job. This one still ended up doing pretty well when I posted it to places. Everyone's like, wow, you drew the dragon so well. And I'm like, I really didn't. I remember that when I drew a literal chicken. Well, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do, right? Yes. Dragon, like, the main issue here, like, in general, it's okay. Like, it's fine. It's okay, but it's very shaky. It was done very quickly, and this arm is broken. It's like, what's going on with this arm? And the hand. Don't look at the hands. Anyway, yeah, it's off-centered. It's not great. It's not a good drawing, but it did okay, and it did the job. It got me through the next day. Let's see, 2020. I actually had a pretty good 2020, I think. Slippery was the prompt. And this was, let's see, 2019 there was a prompt for Icy or something like that. I don't remember. And I had drawn a character ice skating and losing their balance. So this was sort of a callback to that. Same sort of background, except now we have 2 characters and it's also drawn much better. Yeah, I still like this one. This one's nice. I didn't draw the skates very well, but that's okay. I drew the character on the right a lot better than I drew the character on the left as well. I was also using the Copics at this point. So we have differentiated tones. And I went with the no irises, or the irises were completely filled in. And then just the highlight, which is, it's always a move. I think it's pretty good. 2021. The prompt was... That's 2022. Where's 2021? Oh. 2021 was an ambitious year. I did a lot of interesting things. Like, I think the one directly before and after this were both pretty good and pretty exciting. This one, I didn't have a lot of time, I feel like, or just wasn't particularly inspired, so I drew this. This was Stuck. October 2021, day 12. And it's a fine drawing. I think it was done quite well. It's very clean. Like if you zoom in, like the lines are very confident and whatnot. But and the hair, I do like how the hair was rendered. The character overall, great. But like this was it. This was all I had to offer for this prompt. It's all that I had. Moving on, 2022. My goodness. Was Forget. 2022 I started doing lots of background stuff, particularly things that looked like Pacific Northwest backgrounds. Started doing cross-hatching and stuff for shading. Did more composition stuff. This one I think has grown on me. The main issues I think are the face doesn't look good, the up angle, which I just did just now pretty well. It doesn't look good here. It's not succeeding. I don't like the hairstyle. I like the outfit. I like the character in general. I think the perspective got a little skewed on the sitting pose. It looks like she's sitting but not on the right plane, unfortunately. But like bird's eye view, it looks okay. And like way better than, you know, prior years, so like I'm nitpicking at this point. And then this year I think is the best of them all, and hopefully, you know, they would all be that way, or I'm always better the next year. But the prompt was spicy, and I didn't know what to draw for spicy, because I didn't want to draw spices or something like that. I don't know. There was the option maybe to draw something from like Dune and be like, yeah, I get it, because spice, or something like that. But instead, I decided to cash in my my complimentary once per Inktober Asuka drawing, because I found an adjective that I couldn't easily apply to anything, and you might describe Asuka as spicy in some vague sense. So that's how we ended up with this one, and I think this one goes pretty hard. I don't know. You remember this one? I don't know which one you were talking about. Sorry. Was that Forget, or it's probably Forget. Yes. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. This is supposed to be the Geofront in the background. I think I perpetually draw Asuka just like too short. Like I have my own like proportions that I go back to for characters, and like Asuka and just characters from Gainax and Evangelion in particular, they're just like a lot more stretched out than you would expect, I think. And Asuka is no exception. So she should be taller here, I think, or her midsection should make up a greater proportion of her entire body. So whenever I draw her, she's like kind of a short stack, which is kind of funny. One of the arms is longer than the other. That's okay. I think the expression is pretty good. I think the chin tapers in a way that I don't like. I think probably the way that the whole body is twisting is incorrect. But it looks okay. I saw some advice about drawing details in drawings, which is that, like, your brain does a lot of the work of filling in details, even if there isn't actually much detail there. So what you do is, with foreground elements, you add more detail, and then as you go into the background, it's like more scribbles. So I tried to have areas where the stuff was more clearly defined, like this tree, and then back here it's just like, these are just M shapes. And even further back they're just lines, right? And then also have some sort of like differentiation between, like, when you have noise like this, have some dark areas and some light or blank areas, so that there's places for you to rest your eyes on here and there. This wasn't a perfect execution of that. It wasn't even a particularly good one, but I think it was okay. Good proof of concept. I don't know what the hell she's climbing. I couldn't tell you. Or who she's yelling at. Probably Shinji somehow. Because, like, why would she be climbing up the side of something in the geofront? I don't know. Maybe she's climbing the Ava itself. Hard to say. Doing some repairs. Yup. Anyway, that's how far we've come from Cowboy Bebop reference. Boom, 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 boom. Did I make changes to this somehow? I don't know. Good stuff, good progress. Okay. Well, I need to work on Day 14 Castle. Still don't know what I'm doing with that. And somehow get enough sleep to go to my D&D or my Pathfinder game tomorrow. It's at noon. I think I'll be fine. And I need to watch that Age of Empires video. Oh, man. Okay. Good work, team. Oh, this one's great. Good job. Norman Rockwell Yandere. Okay. This one I think will be charming at some point or another. I think it's really just like a rendering style with the Norman Rockwell stuff. So I just need to find a way to render like Norman Rockwell, and then the sky's the limit. Then it's over for everyone. Okay. Thanks for tuning in. Next stream's gonna be Friday, the 20th. Friday the 20th. We still have a couple more Fridays and a couple more Saturdays in this month. Almost halfway done with Inktober, but not quite. This last week was rough as far as getting sleep and stuff went, so hopefully I do better next week. Alright. Thanks for tuning in. And may next week bring great things and whatnot. And who knows, maybe I'll drop a Yandere thing in the style of Norman Rockwell at some point. Alright. Farewell. Have a good evening. Go to sleep. See you next week.